clip that.
Fatality. The whip wins. Flawless victory.
What's up, YouTube? I'm Whip, and I am here to talk about the Hell Let Loose Vietnam beta, the open or the second open beta that we just had over the weekend. That clip that you just saw was one of my last games, and let me tell you, that was one of the most intense and frantic games I've ever had, or the end of a game, I should say, because I was all alone trying to dismantle or find this enemy garrison because we were getting surrounded and I was all alone and just trying to fight to survive. And it really brought the atmosphere of what I think this game is trying to do, and just the atmosphere entirely of the Vietnam War into this little 2-minute clip that I made, and I'm going to play it out for you in the entirety here shortly. But I also wanted to talk about the pluses and the minuses of the beta over this past weekend, things that I think that they improved on, what they need to improve on in the future. And I really want this game to succeed because I love the Hell Let Loose series, and I think seeing all the new players come in, it brought a joy to my face because you just want as many players as possible. And I really want you guys to support this game. So please like and follow if you want more content like this. And then I'm going to use a previous stream at the beginning to highlight all the things that I mentioned in that over some gameplay. Please give me a like and follow. I appreciate all your support, and we'll see you on the battlefield. Peace. So I didn't get to come and play, but it was mainly because my wife and we celebrated our anniversary yesterday. So I was up early, did some breakfast stuff. I got to play for a little bit because, little man, I was up before he even woke up. So it was nice, just to get to play. I got to play a couple rounds, and I got to play as a sniper, which was, I usually don't pick sniper, especially on when I'm playing on PC. I think I put in a lot more time as being a sniper when I played Hell Let Loose on console, because I think it was just easier. On PC, there's always like a group of 2 men or people are playing together, and they always lock it. So it's very rare that I even pick or even decide to want to go and do that. I think I'm like a level 3 on here. Well, on console, I'm like a level 6 or 7 sniper. So usually I don't get to do that. But the 2 guys that I was with, that was like my spotters, dude, I had so much fun. They were like great, awesome, just pointing out stuff. We were wrecking havoc. One of the games I had 31 kills, and it's different. It's different being a sniper on this game compared to the original Hell Let Loose. But I had a lot of fun. I only got to play 2 games. But then, again, last night I was out with my wife, went to a great dinner that we had. So I haven't really gotten to get into this as much, so we're going to play a little bit while they're at a birthday party right now, so we're going to do that. I may get on later tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll try to stream later. But we got some shows that we got to catch up on. We got Silo that we're going to watch, and then maybe, we're like a episode behind on House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones, so I don't know if we're gonna watch some of that tonight, depending on how tired and stuff. Last night was pretty. We were up pretty late, and so we'll see. We'll see if we even get to some of those. I'm assuming we'll probably get to one episode, and probably Silo, because we've been keeping up on that, and it's been really good. So we'll do that. But just before we even get really started into the actual getting into the game, I just want to say, so far what I've noticed is they've done a lot of great upgrades. The game feels so much smoother than what it did on the first playtest. I know that right now they had it capped, and I was looking at it and I saw somebody complaining that I can only get, the highest I can get is at 660 FPS, which they did mention that in your hardware recommended versus not like, you know, the bare minimum of this, and both of them had to get 60 FPS at 1080p. I think that's the highest that I think just this playtest is doing. I mean, when the game comes out, I think the FPS is going to be higher. And I also think the reason why they did that or had that in that way, where it's capped at that, is because of the console players. Now, I am just looking at some of like the comments and some of like the Hell Let Loose like videos that have come out within the last like day or two. It seems like they took away the console playtest for some reason, or they couldn't get in for a little bit yesterday. I don't know if they fixed that or what's going on entirely with that. I just, you know, again, I haven't had time, but it just a couple of mentions of something happening on the console side of this playtest. So I'm not sure if that's still a thing or what's going on with that. But I mean, overall, I mean, the game feels and looks so much better even at 60 FPS. It's running. There have been, and if I ever put on the gameplay, there have been a couple times like where the game stuttered, and that was like my first game. But then the second game that I played, and there was 0 stutters. That could have been for a couple different reasons. And being a sniper and having a stutter was not fun. But it only happened a few times on that particular game. It was like right at the beginning, and it smoothed out, and I didn't have being on that server for the second game, I didn't have that issue in the second game. But it's nice being able to see like the enemies, like even if they're far away, because in the first original playtest, dude, it was like you would see people kind of like floating in the background. They didn't have much rhyme or reason to how they were moving. It was just like they were floating back there, but you can actually see people running now if they're far away. It looks natural. You're able to like shoot them if you kind of see them far away as being a sniper or having a rifle. But like the first playtest, it was just god awful. Like how the movement was bad. The sound was just out of control from the helicopters and all the things. I think at this moment, or when I was playing, I think one of the biggest issues right now is like people are still trying to figure out how to play this game. And so the first match from yesterday, dude, there was like people were building tunnels or whatever, and they didn't realize like we have these tunnel systems, but there's no garrisons. You cannot connect any of the tunnels if you don't have a garrison, or you can't even like spawn on those. So we had no garrisons that come in. So it's really difficult to play when you have squad leaders or anybody that just like not very familiar with the game and are coming in. And that was a tough game to play because we just got stomped because nobody was building garrisons. But then there would be a tunnel system like just sitting, like don't build a tunnel system if you don't have a garrison because you can't use a tunnel. And I don't think people got that, or the balance of having the helicopters and making garrisons with the helicopters. I don't think they have really gotten a hold of that yet. But you know, again, this is like, I think a lot of new players are coming into the game that might not have played Hell Let Loose originally too. And even if you did play Hell Let Loose, it's a different system of how to build things, and there is quite I don't want to say like there's a big learning curve. There's just, you got to know the right things to do and how to play it, and once you know it, it's good. And that's what I like about Hell Let Loose comparative to like maybe an Arma or a Squad, where there is a lot of complicated things. It's a hardcore game, but there's a lot more complicated tasks and things that you have to know based on what class that you're picking and your job to do, and just the entirety of the map and how those things roll. It's more complicated than this. And Hell Let Loose, it's still a hardcore game, and what I like about that is it's not too complicated to learn, but it's also still a hardcore game. So it's not like something you have to like go into a steep learning curve on each thing that you're doing. Like, I mean, if you're a grenader or you're an engineer, you're doing that specific job, and it's easy to learn. And I think in Squad and other things, it's a little bit more of a learning curve on how to do things, where to build things, and all this. Where the Squad lead, a little bit more complicated, you have more responsibility, but the things that you do are not as taxing, or not as like, hey, I got to do this in order for this to happen for the whole team. And it does. I mean, obviously you want to build garrisons, but it's easier to do those things, and it's easier to understand how to do those things, which makes this game more attractive to just players that don't normally play hardcore games. And bringing them in, of course, you want like a healthy player base and doing all that. And I think once people learn this game, they're going to like it a lot, and it will have a nice competitive player base, and maybe more so than it did in the original game. And if you haven't bought it yet or wish listed, dude, it's only 30 bucks. And I've been telling people this from the get-go, even from the last play test, that people were complaining and how this game was not a good game, and don't buy this, it's running terribly and all this. And I just go back to when Hell Let Loose, the original, came out, and it was early access on PC. I was a day one guy that bought it, and I know what the game looked like at the beginning when Hell Let Loose, the original, first came out, compared to what it is now. Is not the same game. It runs so it runs so much better. The maps and how things fly. It's a totally different game, and that's what this game is. We are the play testers. We are the ones that help shape the game. And this is not a game that's going to come out every single year with a high budget, or it's a AAA studio pushing on a game. This is a game that's built with love from developers that believe in a vision, and they have these ideas, and they can make great games, but it's got to be played through first. Like, it's an idea, they have the build, and we as the players are going to help shape what this game looks like. And people sometimes don't grasp that or don't understand that. The original Hell Let Loose was built on a fund of $250,000 at the beginning, and they ended up selling it a few years ago for $15 to $17 million. So that's how the game progressed. It made it into a good game. People bought into it. We are the investors of our time and how this game is shaped up to be. And eventually it's going to be good. It's going to become what Hell Let Loose is now, like this very fluid, straight-laced game of like, hey, it's fun. It's built for the community, and they listen to us. And I think that's important. So what you see now is, like, when it drops here in a few weeks on August 12th or 13th or whatever day it is, the game is going to look different a year from when it drops to then. In a year, it's going to play much better. The maps are going to look, there might be new maps, or the maps that they have might be shifted around a little bit based on the gameplay and how things are rolling out. There could be the optimization is going to be up there. It's going to run smoother as eventual time goes on, and performance and things, and they can get more of an expectation of how things are going to be with servers and all these things. It's going to be so much different from a year, and then 2 years from now is even better. 3 years. I mean, how long is that game? I think the original Hell Let Loose came out 2017 or 18, one of those years. I mean, almost 10 years, 8 years. It's a totally different game. So people just need to relax. We are the ones that help build this game. So what you see today, not going to be what it is in a couple of weeks when the game fully releases. And even if it is close to that, it will not be the same a year from now. You got to buy into the game. It's a cheap game, 30 bucks, man. You can't buy games like that for 30 bucks now and get the amount of content and like the game that some of these games they go through in a year, that they just push out all these things. And I just think this is a game, and the developers that you support, that you want to, okay? Like, these are the type of games that you want to help support and to make it better. And we as players have that option to do that. So with that being said, the only gripe that I have, and if you watched my first stream, which was on Friday, was the key binding issue. And all I want to do, and I'm telling you this again, is I want to be able to have my controls the same exact way I have it on the original Hell Let Loose, right? My key bindings, my issues, right? Like, I have marking as middle button, because now I can't even get this off of the mouse pad. I can't even hit this and hit escape. It's just going straight to, unless they fix it, it's going right back to the middle mouse button. I don't want that. Well, I do want it for marking, but I also now, because I have it's for reload, I don't want it anywhere on the mouse button for reload, except for if I wanted reload, I want a mouse wheel down. I have mouse wheel down as my reload for every single game I play. It's always been like that since I started playing Counter-Strike, the original Counter-Strike, way back in the day. I always had mouse wheel down as my reload, and then I would change my primary button would usually go to wheel up, so I have my primary button, and then I don't need my previous weapon. I can hit 1, 2, or whatever inventory slot I need for that. I want to be able to quickly, and without hitting the wrong button, because I have these long fingers, to hit reload quickly. Now, that's been an issue because I can't do that, and I don't understand. This is a very petty, like, small issue that I don't understand why we can't do that. And I have that in the original Hell Let Loose to be able to do that, and for me, I'm just baffled by why this is still an issue. Like, I even brought that up in my last, like, one of the videos, like, how Hell Let Loose weekend went, and it's a Reddit issue. Why can't you go from this or like change this? It always changes back to the original button that it was on, which I don't know if that's the case where like if I change something, it would go back to what the default is. But the fact that I can't change this, the reload, and maybe, I don't know, maybe they did do that, mouse wheel down, it's not allowing me to do that. So I have 2 buttons now on middle mouse button, and I don't want to reset everything to default either, because then I'm losing all my other things to do. So I'm just gonna have to live with that for now, and hopefully in a couple weeks they fix that. And that's one thing. Right now the game's running good, smooth, all the things. Team 17, this needs to be addressed for me, and I think for anybody that's playing on PC. This is something that, you know, being able to change keybinds to their liking and to where they're comfortable is a priority, and that needs to be. So that's my one takeaway. I mean, they've done the balancing within the game on certain things that, like the bulkiness of the MPA and having the tunnel system, all those things. They did those balances. Now it's time to look at the actual coding of the game and like making this into what it is on the original Hell Let Loose. That's what I want and I need for the next one. That's really my only complaint so far on it, and it really is not, shouldn't be the biggest complaint on anything, but there is that. Ammo pouch, right here. You can drop ammo. Ammo box. Go through, ammo. You have ammo. Yeah, there you go. Yes. There you go. Thank you.
Alright, let's go back to our spot.
Hey, you might need to drop on OP, homie. Oh. Alright. I'm gonna spawn at the boat. 20 and 4, that's not bad.
Right on the wall, maybe?
Yeah.
Yo, D-Whip, I don't know if you want to get up on this wall. There's this little tree right here you can kind of hide behind. Oh.
Yeah, right in front. They're right in front, right there. Right in front of you. Did you put down an OP? Oh, they're all over shooting range already. We gotta move a little bit. Right behind us, somewhere. Oh shit. Tried to fire that motherfucker.
To your right. To your right. You just went down.
You're all right. Spawning at Garrison, and then we can push.
Alright.
Should have put OP down while we were moving, but I didn't even think about it.
Well, I don't need to bandage them.
Like top E3 maybe?
Does anybody have ammo? No, close left.
And then I get hit by my own teammate. God damn it.
Motherfucker.
Up there in the bushes.
Roger.
We've got our friendly over there.
Oh, airfield. There's a guy behind. I'm sorry, whiskey.
That guy just got blown up.
I gotta wait a little bit until I can put it down another outpost. I moved it from that other one. The other one that back there by the sand pile. Try bayoneting us. What the fuck?
Good shots, good shots.
Behind us on the road. I think we turned on him.
I think you got him.
Jeez.